cats come with a set of features that sometimes seem straight out of a sci-fi novel. In today's video, as we unravel the mysteries of our feline friends, we'll dive into 13 shocking cat facts that will make you love your feline even more. Number 13. Cat nose prints are completely unique. Every cat's nose has a distinct pattern of bumps and ridges. It's comparable to the uniqueness of human fingerprints. This feature is so unique, in fact, that it can be used for identification purposes. Number 12. The mysterious Jacobson's organ. Deep within a cat's mouth, there's a specialized organ that often goes unnoticed, but it plays a crucial role in how they perceive their environment. It's called the Jacobson's organ, and it's positioned on the roof of their mouth, behind their front teeth. The primary function of this organ is to detect pheromones, which are chemical signals that many animals, including cats, use to communicate. Through the Jacobson's organ, cats can gather more detailed information about their surroundings, other animals, and potential threats or mates. Your kitty might even utilize this organ to gather more information about you. They can detect where you've been, who you have socialized with, and even what you've had for lunch. Number 11. Sweaty paws. Unlike humans, who have sweat glands spread across much of their bodies, cats' primary sweat glands are located on the pads of their paws. The reason for this is quite practical. Cats have evolved as predators, and in the wild, a sweaty and wet coat would make them more detectable to prey and slow them down due to the dampness. So, nature found an efficient solution: the paws. If a cat is feeling particularly hot or anxious, their paws might release moisture. This is why sometimes, especially on a warm day or after an intense play session, you might notice faint, damp footprints on your floor. It's not a cause for alarm, it's just their body's way of regulating temperature. Number 10. Ancient cat worship. The relationship between humans and cats spans thousands of years, but it's in ancient Egypt where cats truly held a divine status. The ancient Egyptians didn't just view cats as pets, they saw them as godly creatures. There were even laws that included the death penalty for those who hurt a cat. Number 9. Cats can't taste sweetness. Cats are obligate carnivores. This means their natural diet, especially in the wild, predominantly consists of meat. Over time, their dietary needs have led to certain evolutionary changes in their taste buds. One significant change is that they lack taste receptors for sweetness. Simply put, they don't have the biological tools to detect or enjoy sweet flavors. Number 8. Cats can drink seawater. Cats have specialized kidneys that can filter out the salt from the seawater they drink and use the desalinated water for hydration. This ability is especially advantageous for cats that might find themselves in coastal habitats or areas with limited freshwater sources. While this is a fascinating adaptation, it's worth noting that fresh water is still the best hydration source for domesticated cats. Number 7. Female and male cats often favor different paws. Have you ever observed a cat while they're playing with toys or batting at some intriguing object? If you look closely, they usually have a favorite paw they use more often. This inclination towards one paw over the other is akin to humans being right-handed or left-handed. Interestingly, in cats, this often correlates with gender. Most female cats show a preference for using their right paw, while male cats typically lean more towards their left paw. It's not entirely understood why this gender distinction exists in paw preference, but it's a consistent observation made by both cat owners and researchers. If you're curious about your own cat's preference, try a simple experiment. Place a toy or treat in a position where they have to use one paw to access it. Over multiple attempts, you might start to notice a pattern of which paw they favor. Number 6. The homing instinct. Cats have this remarkable ability to find their way home, even across vast distances. This unique capability is often referred to as the homing instinct. There have been countless tales of cats getting lost or separated from their families, only to return days, weeks, or even months later. In some extraordinary cases, cats have traveled hundreds of miles through unfamiliar terrains, showcasing an impressive navigational prowess. Researchers aren't entirely sure how cats achieve this, but it's believed a combination of their keen senses plays a part. They might utilize the Earth's magnetic field, landmarks, scents, and even the angle of sunlight to guide them on their journeys. Number 5. The righting reflex. If you've ever seen a cat take an unexpected tumble, you might have noticed that they have an uncanny ability to quickly reorient themselves to land on their feet. But what causes this instinctual maneuver? The structure of a cat's inner ear, which controls balance, is highly developed and becomes functional at a young age. When a cat feels they are falling, their inner ear sends signals to the brain, helping them understand which way is up. Then, thanks to their flexible spine and lack of collarbone, they can twist their bodies to face downward. While this reflex is a marvel in itself, it's important to note that it doesn't mean cats are immune to injury from high places. Though they often land on their feet, they can still sustain injuries, especially from great heights. Number 4. Whisker fatigue. A cat's whiskers are loaded with nerve endings. This makes them incredibly sensitive to even the tiniest changes in their environment, from detecting the direction of a breeze to sensing the nearby presence of a wall in complete darkness. However, with such sensitivity comes the potential for overstimulation. This phenomenon is known as whisker fatigue. When their whiskers touch objects too frequently, especially when trying to eat or drink from a deep bowl, it can lead to sensory overload. The sides of the bowl continually press against their whiskers, leading to discomfort. To counteract whisker fatigue, it's recommended to use wide, shallow dishes for your cat's food and water. This allows them to eat or drink comfortably without their whiskers getting constantly brushed or pushed aside. Number 3. The third eyelid. Cats have a third eyelid that can be found in the corner of their eyes, closest to their nose. Unlike the main eyelids that move up and down, this membrane sweeps horizontally across the eye, from the inner corner to the outer edge. The primary function of this third eyelid is protection. When cats are hunting or playing, it acts as a shield to prevent debris or dirt from injuring the eye. It also helps to keep their eyes moistened, especially if they're in windy or dusty environments. While we might see it when they blink, it's typically retracted and barely visible when they are awake and alert. Number 2. Spiky tongues. When you get a gentle lick from your cat, it doesn't feel smooth and soft. Instead, it feels gritty, almost like sandpaper. The reason behind this texture is a unique feature on a cat's tongue: tiny, backward-facing spines known as papillae. Made of keratin, the same material as human hair and nails, these spines are rigid and pointed. The spiky texture of a cat's tongue makes it an effective grooming tool. When they lick their fur, they can efficiently remove dirt, debris, and loose fur. Number 1. The sixth sense. It's not uncommon to hear stories of cats acting oddly just before an earthquake or displaying behaviors that suggest they're sensing something beyond human perception. This has led many to believe that cats might possess a so-called sixth sense. While it might sound supernatural, there's some scientific basis to these observations. Cats have an incredibly heightened sense of hearing and can pick up ultrasonic sounds, which are frequencies beyond human ears' capabilities. This acute hearing allows them to sense subtle vibrations or shifts, such as those preceding an earthquake. Furthermore, cats have a highly developed sense of touch. Their whiskers are finely tuned sensors that can detect even the smallest change in air currents or vibrations. While we can't definitively say that cats have a mystical sixth sense, it's clear that their existing senses are so advanced that they can perceive changes in their environment that might elude humans. Does gender play that much of a difference for our feline friends? While it's clear that neither male nor female is superior, each might bring unique behaviors to the table that might suit your lifestyle better. Check out this video where we delve into the key differences between male and female cats. And be sure to subscribe to our channel and join our feline-loving community.